There are many people who are buying brand new condominiums in the city of Toronto. And if you are one of them or contemplating buying a brand new condominium and wondering if you have any rights as a buyer, we're going to talk to Jay about it. So Jay, do buyers who purchase brand new condominiums have any rights?
Absolutely. In Ontario, we have the Act that governs the purchase of condominiums.
All right.
And just the whole process. And first and foremost, within the Act, whenever you're buying a brand new condo, you have a 10-day cooling off period.
Okay, explain what that is.
Yes, that is government mandated, whereby the builder has to give you 10 days with absolutely no questions asked to go back and make a decision and to make sure that you've done the right thing, confer with family, your mortgage company, lawyers, etc. And at the end of that period is when the deal is actually done or confirmed.
Okay, so let me make sure that my viewers completely understand that.
Sure.
So if you sign a contract with the builder,
that's right,
of a brand new condominium,
that's correct,
you have 10 days within which you can basically change your mind.
That's right. It's
without any penalty.
No penalty. As a matter of fact, they will refund you back your deposit right away at the end of the 10 days if you choose not to proceed. Okay. It's called a cooling off period.
Okay, and the deposit has to be returned immediately?
Absolutely.
No questions asked?
No questions asked.
What other rights do the buyers have?
Well, the other right, I mean, obviously they can cancel the agreement within the 10 days. That's a right. And it's also to make sure that they know that the clock begins the moment they're handed the actual agreement.
Okay.
So that's when it stops. It's not like, you know, Saturdays, Sundays are also included.
Okay.
A right is that the money that is given to the builder is held in a trust account, not to be used for gain of any other kind by the builder.
Okay, so you have to explain that.
Sure.
Why is it safer in a trust account as opposed to in a business account that is perhaps owned by the company?
Absolutely. A trust account, again, is law mandated, where it is held in trust for you. That account cannot be used for the personal use or business use of the builder.
He cannot use that as a line of credit?
Absolutely not. Okay. That is to be untouched and only to be transferred into an account for you when the deal is actually confirmed and until final sale. It is almost like it's a sacred ground, shall we say, in the world of condominiums, government, and
it is
banking.
other people's money.
Yes.
So cannot be touched.
And very safe.
All right. Now, the biggest concern when people buy brand new condominiums is, what if the builder does not build the condominium on time? Yes.
Well, again, that's in the contract, that they have to finish certain obligations on time.
Right.
And they'll have certain leeway, but beyond that, they have to compensate you for delays, or you can actually cancel the contract.
Okay.
Which brings up another very important point.
Okay.
Which is the warranty. If things are not up to par, something called the Ontario New Home Warranty, which is governed by the Tarion Home Warranty Program, which for anywhere from 5 to 7, 8 years in different facets of the building and the unit, you're protected.
All right.
And you pay for that in a premium, but it's worth the money.
Now, can the builder delay the project completion on purpose?
No.
Okay.
No,
because there is a misconception out there, because some people feel that the builders do that on purpose.
The builder actually has an obligation that they must take reasonable steps, and the word is reasonable steps, to finish the condo project on time.
Every time.
Among other, they do actually have, which brings up a good point, they actually have certain obligations to you, the consumer. The other one is they must register the legal documents on time and in your name on the project as well, which means you want a condo in there.
Okay.
It'll be your name, but more than that, the condo project must become registered to become a legal entity, and that's an obligation that they have, among others.
Okay, so these are some of the rights that the buyers have. What are some of the obligations on the part of the builder that a buyer can expect in a project like this?
Absolutely. See, we're talking about condos, and in condos, there are rights and bylaws. The builder has a right to design and give you the rights and bylaws of that condo building or corporation that's going to be built and become an entity.
All right.
And there's a reason for that, because in there's another facet called a disclosure statement.
Okay.
And in that statement, it's very important going into it that you have the table of contents, a general description of the property, how many square feet, the facing, some of the inside work, etc. Another very important area, any restrictions.
That's really important, right?
Yes.
Because let's say you want to have pets.
That's right.
And the building restricts you.
That's right.
And you've not read those bylaws.
Yes.
This could become a problem for you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Another very important area that close to completion, the builder has to give you the corporation's current budget, because that's what's going to deter or is going to define your maintenance fees.
Okay.
And that's very important. I mean,
obviously.
I mean, if it's used, there are other assets or facets to it, but in this case, the budget up front, these are the obligations that must be given to you and have to be fulfilled by or before closing.
All right. Anything else that a buyer can expect from a responsible builder?
Well, I think the other part of it is that the bylaws and rules. We talked about the budget. We talked about them having to give you a table of contents of information and property information. But the bylaws and rules by which a condo has to be run should also be given to you. And last but not least, they have to give you, or you should review the documents given to you within the 10 days.
All right.
Now, that's important.
Right. Not everybody is conversant with the language and what to look for. Then who do you recommend that they take these documents to?
A real estate lawyer.
And that is really important, isn't it?
Very important.
Because if you take it to a lawyer who does not do real estate, or maybe is a specialist in family law, so that's not something that you recommend, is it?
Because you see, you've gone through a period of excitement, and you're looking at the end product, looking at your family, and living there, enjoying that condo lifestyle. But this is where the lawyer's obligation to you is to make sure that there's nothing unusual. For example, I mean, something not unusual per se, but something that's important is the allowance to transfer to another person, which called an assignment. Is an assignment clause.
Yes, that's really important, because a lot of time people have had to, because of circumstances change.
That's right.
And so they need to assign it or sell it or rent it, for example. And there are certain restrictions by certain builders on these things. Actually,
our viewers can call me and I can tell them how they can protect themselves, because when they work with realtors who are quote unquote the word VIP, and it means really VIP in the sense that because there's certain days and conditions when the builder gives certain privileges to the public through agents. When you have that in place, it also gives you the assignment clause either for an investment, which is called the word flip. There's nothing wrong. You're making an increased investment, you put your money in there, or under undue circumstances when you can't close.
All right. So that protects you. So if you are contemplating buying a brand new condominium in the city of Toronto, or have already bought it but are not quite sure what to do with it, we have an expert for you, Jay Banerjee. He can be reached at
647-273-1119.
Thank you. That's all for this week. We'll see you again, same time, same place. Until then, I want to remind you once again that to be good and kind to a stranger is a good thing. Have a fabulous week.
मैंने पहने body shoes, gonna let my body loose. और ली है थोड़ी booze, there's party on my mind. है happy ride, 'cause Saturday night. और music भी है right, there's party on my mind. You करते party शादी.